Oh man. I am not happy playing this game anymore. Like, I don't even get excited or hyped or even pumped whenever I turn this game on. It's just that same feeling all over again. It's like, okay, I'm on here. What am I doing with life? Okay, but let's not get too ahead of ourselves, all right? So, check this out. Basically, I have been hearing so much about TK24 recently, and I have been missing out. But like I said before, not that I cared personally. Maybe that's just me. I know you guys have been all over the news recently while I was doing my own thing, but I have to cover at least a few things, okay? Not a lot because there is so much for me to discuss all at once, but I'm just going to give you a few of my opinions on a few things they've showed throughout the past week and a half, okay? So, word on the street is that NBA 2K24 has so much stuff they showed us. They revealed a whole bunch of new gameplay features, a whole bunch of new gameplay additions to the gameplay mechanics, some new changes. AI is being tweaked this time around. Difficulty matters. The shot timing is different. The dribble moves are different. The animations are being tweaked again. It's like, dude, there is so much for me to discuss. I don't even feel like doing any of that right now. I just don't. But I will say this though, real quick. For those of you that haven't watched my last video on my rant to where I discussed my opinions, my clear opinions on this infamous season pass that 2K now gave us. If you guys haven't checked out that video yet, I suggest you do so right now. I will even put a link in the description so you can check that video out and see for yourself, so you guys will know exactly what I mean when I said it, okay? Because I told everybody nothing but the truth, okay? So, in this video, I am going to discuss my official opinions on all of these new gameplay changes, as they call it. I mean, really, what is there to talk about? So, I'm going to split this into a few parts. I might not, who knows. But anyway, I'm just going to cover a few things that I've heard, at least recently. So, number one is that they are going to have tons of different features. So, word on the street is that 2K24 is going to have like this new mode. For instance, the Mamba mode, okay? That's the first thing that caught my attention. Well, it's pretty much the first thing that pops in my mind right now. The Mamba mode, okay? Mamba Moments, I think it was. So this mode is similar to last year's Jordan challenges with 2K23 when that came out. Now, since Kobe's on the cover, rest his soul, now 2K is going to implement a Mamba Moments type of mode for this year's game. So, I'm guessing it's going to be the same thing. They might, change a few things here and there, but overall, from what I've heard, it's going to be the same mode as last year's with the Jordan challenges and all that stuff. So what do I expect from the Mamba Moments? Like I just said already, just now, the same exact thing with the Jordan challenges. I expect half of that, if not all of that stuff on this mode too. I don't know exactly how it's going to play out, but we'll see. Now, honestly, speaking of which, it's crazy. Back when 2K23 was going to drop, I said one of the few things that I am going to try out when the game drops was the Jordan challenges, because I was so invented into that mode since 2K11, since I've last played it. Low key, since then, I rarely touched that mode since the game dropped. I hopped on the game mode on occasion, but other than that, I just completely dipped out of that game, and it's just been like that ever since. So I am not sure how long I'm going to touch this Mamba Moments mode, but hopefully if they can give us some like exciting games like the 81-point game or the final grand finale game to where he scored 60 on the Jazz that night, or the All-Star game, even with him versus LeBron in 2016, that would be cool. Though, since we are almost close to release, so I highly doubt it. So, who knows what they're going to bring to the table this year. So, Mamba Moments, is pretty much the only good thing I've heard thus far, but we're not done yet. So the next supposed feature I've heard about for this year's game is the My Player Builder. Okay, so check this out. My Player Builder, I think Mike Wang or Zach, I forgot the guy's last name, or somebody from the 2K studio, they kept teasing us on Twitter saying that, the My Player Builder is going to be different this year, to where now your builds are going to be based on certain NBA players. Like, okay, like, to be curious, did we not just get that a few years prior? Because, listen, most people know whenever we make a build on NBA 2K, once we edit that build, once we finish that build, apparently the game would automatically compare us to certain NBA players, right? Like, for example, if I made a slashing playmaker, I would get compared easily to James Harden. Now, they're making it seem like, oh, you want to make a LeBron type build? Well, do this and that, and then bam, you got a LeBron type of build, or a Steph Curry type of build, or a James Harden type of build, or this and that type of build. Like, I don't know exactly how they're going to implement that in the game, but I guess they're going to figure out a way or two once it comes out. I don't know. That's just me. But My Player Builder, I've heard, is going to be different. Then the badges are going to be different as well. I've heard they got rid of a couple of badges already, and they supposedly said that they were going to try to put in 24 badges in honor of Kobe's number, which isn't a bad thing. But I'm just saying, to me personally, 24 badges, at least, even if you're going to start off building your My Player, 24 badges, I don't know if it's going to be 24 extra badges, like once you hit Legend, or is it going to be 24 extra badges, like if you hit a certain reward during the season. Like, I don't know how they're going to make that happen. I just don't. I haven't read much on the badges, but I've heard they did something with the badges. They've gotten rid of a couple. They're going to add in some new ones. They're going to add 24. I don't know how it's going to work. I just don't. But moving on, we got the badge progression system. Now, if I remember correctly, for some reason, I think they were supposed to go back to the old method, to where back in 2K17, like back in the day, to where we had to do a certain number of objectives in order to get that one badge. To, say for instance, we have to do this many dribble moves to earn ankle breaker bronze, and then you could upgrade it to silver and gold, and then get Hall of Fame if you do more dribble moves during your game. Now, I don't know if it's going to be the exact same way for this year's game, but at least from what I've heard, they're trying to do it like that. At least from what I've heard. So that's another thing. Then 2K recently, they showed the park for current gen, which isn't that surprising. I mean, it's a current gen park. I mean, yippee-ki-yay. I mean, whatever. It's current gen. I hope they bring something to the table for next gen, because, bro, I swear on my life, if they bring back the city for like the 4th or 5th time, expect another rant again. It's gonna happen if they do that. So that's all I have to discuss for today. I mean, I don't know what else they're going to show us at the moment, but if you guys enjoyed this video, at least, please be sure to hit that like button, share, comment, subscribe if you're new to the channel. It's been viral, and I am signing out. Peace.